What's up, guys? We are on the way to the gym once again, and I woke up today feeling a little bit tired, but sometimes when I do that, I'll set my alarm back and get an extra 10, 20 minutes of sleep. But I didn't do that today. I woke up, and that's a habit that I've wanted to break because sometimes the 10 or 20 minutes will turn into 30 or 40 minutes. And, once you start setting your alarm back, it just becomes way too easy to do that every morning. So that's a habit I've been trying to break. And, I didn't do it today. I got up. It was about, I think 7:50 was when my alarm went off, and up I got. So I think I'm going to try to push that forward morning by morning. Maybe tomorrow I'll do 7:45. I'll just slowly, every day 5 minutes earlier until I think 7 o'clock sounds like a good time. I think the sun's getting up around then, and so I try to get up kind of close to when the sun does. It seems like a good rhythm to be in. It seems like that's when we would have naturally woken up, and I do sleep with the window open. So there is some natural sunlight that comes in. I don't actually get woken up as the sun rises. It's not, there's not too much sunlight coming in, but I do get, once my alarm goes off, then I see the sun, and, it's not like you're waking up in a cold, dark room, which is just so unpleasant. I so much prefer for there to be some natural sunlight. I mean, artificial light is okay, but it really doesn't feel right, to wake up at 5:30, 6 o'clock before the sun's gotten up and to turn on a bedroom light. Not my favorite. So I try to wake up with the sun, and I've been kind of fluctuating when I wake up based on the seasons, right? So during the winter, the days are shorter, the sun's coming up later, I get up later. Now we're getting more towards summer, and over the past 30 days or so, maybe 30, 45 days, the sun has been getting up a little bit earlier each day, and so I've been trying to do the same. And I've fallen behind. I'm not actually with the sun anymore. Now, the sun used to come up around 7:30, and so did I. And I actually kind of fell later. I started getting up a little bit later, towards 8. And I'm going to try and break that over the next couple of weeks. We'll see if I'm successful. I hope so. But I woke up feeling a little tired today. That is no excuse not to go work out for the day, though. It's what time is it? 11:55? No, 12:55. And we're going to get a good workout in. And these recordings and the workouts that I do will get pushed towards probably closer to 5 o'clock is when I'll eventually be working out. And that will leave open more of the day to focus on the business that I'm starting. And we're getting very close to actually launching that business. More news on that coming soon. But I'd say in the next 30-ish days or so, we should have something up and running. And then during the days, I'll want to be able to spend more time working on that. Right now, I'm in a bit of a lull where there's not too much work for me to be doing at this moment. At least not too much meaningful work. I mean, I could get ahead on some things, but until I actually have this product fully developed, it's not the most helpful to me to be creating, marketing material and that kind of stuff, because I don't know exactly the final details of what the product's going to be, right? I mean, I have the overall plan, the general idea. I know pretty much what it's going to be, but then some of the final details, the exact parts that make it up. I'm not going to reveal too much in this. It's pretty exciting. There's going to be a big announcement when it comes out. I'm very excited for that. And it's a product, I've been testing it the past couple of days myself. Some samples have come in of it, and it's pretty good. I think we're almost ready. I think this next batch that I'm getting should be the product that we go ahead with and actually launch. I'm very excited for that. So it's been a work in progress, but I'm really looking forward to having this project to work on in a more meaningful way, right? I've done, a lot of work for it over the past while. Over the past year, really, I've been working on this, and I've done a lot of work for it, but it's all preparation work, right? It's work that isn't actually getting anything into anyone's hands. And if I just stopped then no real impact would have been made, right? But the work that I'm about to be doing, once I do it, it's done. And, people have it in their hands, they're able to use it. And that's going to be really cool because even if I stopped at that point, I still would have had an impact. So it's actually, to me, it feels a lot more meaningful when I'm doing that kind of stuff. I mean, the preparation is great, and don't get me wrong, it was enjoyable to work on that, but I just have this feeling that I'm going to enjoy so much more the actual delivery of the product and giving this product to people. So it's going to be very fun, and I'm really looking forward to that. But it is going to push our workouts a little bit later, and that's something I used to do back when I was in school. I used to work out towards the end of the day. It used to be kind of like the capstone on my day. I would get my schoolwork done, and then I would head to the gym afterwards. And that was usually around 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8 if it was a really long day. But we're going to be getting more back into that kind of a groove, which I always really enjoyed that. I mean, there was something so gratifying about finishing the workout and, going into the gym, right? Maybe at 5 or 6 o'clock and coming out. And then it was dark when I got out, right? Because, that's around the time the sun sets. So I go into the gym, and as I come out, the day feels like it has actually ended for the most part. And then, I have some dinner, I chill out, hang out. It's chill, but that's when some of the more leisurely activities can go on after the work has been done and the workout caps all of that off. And I've really enjoyed that. Recently, I've been going more towards the middle of the day because it is honestly nice to go in the middle of the day. I mean, it helps me feel a little bit more productive while there's this lull of actual work that I could be doing for this business. And it is nice to work out during the day, to mix things up, to be out while the sun's out. And, it's been nice, but I am looking forward to a return to that original schedule that I had. That'll be super fun, I think. We haven't gotten a new mic for the phone yet. And I'm thinking about it. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we won't. I haven't ordered anything yet, but I mean, it's tempting. I don't really want a clip-on mic that, hangs on my shirt or anything like that. It would be great if there was some kind of arm that could attach to this. It's really like a phone GPS holder that's holding the phone right here. And it would be great if there was some kind of arm that just had a microphone on it that would attach to that, and I could just plug into the phone and just keep things kind of seamless. That way I don't have to deal with this wired mic on my body that, if I'm waving my hand like this, it would be hitting the wire or something like that. So I prefer to avoid that kind of a thing, but we'll see what we can do. I'm still a little congested. I don't know if you guys can tell. I feel congested. I don't know if I sound congested, but just the way that I'm talking, I can really hear the congestion in my voice, right? As I'm talking, I can hear it, but I don't know if it actually comes across on camera. And this is just, one of the final days. Hopefully it's gotten better every day since the initial onset of the illness. It's gotten better and better, but I'm hoping that this is one of the final days because, man, the congestion is just brutal. It's not like it's a horrible thing to deal with in the sense that it's really severe. It's really not that severe, but it's just this minor annoyance that kind of sticks with me for a week and a half after I'm sick. And boy, oh boy, what I would do to get rid of that. I mean, I don't want to start taking, Sudafed or anything like that. And I just prefer not to rely on medicines like that. I mean, maybe it would help, but I'm really not sick anymore. There's no need to be taking medicine. I'd prefer if my sinuses would just clear up as soon as I'm done being sick, but that's not the way it goes. That's not the way it goes. And they are building a crazy here. I'll show you guys real quick. They're building something crazy over here. They've been doing it for a while. And look at that. That's neat. I should actually be going. I don't think. Oh, look at this truck. Holy shit. I don't know what the rules of the road are right now, but I mean, it's red flashing lights, and I think that means it's a stop sign. I assume. I have no idea. I just went right in front of that truck, but there was no way for it to actually hit me. It was going, I mean, the road behind me is closed, so it can only take a right turn, and not in my lane, but the truck seemed to be it seemed to be startled when I pulled in front of it. Regardless, I don't know. Anyways, we are going to do, I think, some forearm and calf workouts today. I've been doing this lately. I've been focusing on working out the extremities, kind of like muscle groups that I don't typically work out as much. Usually it's fun to do, arms, and that implies biceps and triceps and chest and legs, which, typically when you think of a leg workout, you're not thinking of calves. But I've noticed that as I've worked out more and more, I've really built up the major muscle groups, but not so much the further out on my body, the less I've worked those muscle groups out. Like I said, forearms and calves are really the ones that have been getting neglected. So I've been making a point of every day doing a little bit of work on them, just, lifting a couple of weights or doing a little calf raise or something. And today I think we might go a little bit more gung-ho with it. We might focus on that a little bit more. So that's what we're going to do at the gym today. It should be a fun day. Tomorrow is going to be, I guess it'll be another early day at the gym, because there's an event where some moms, just every week, every Thursday, some moms bake some cakes and cookies and pies and all kinds of stuff, and they bring it right around where my gym is. And then they just hand it out to people for free, and it's great. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. And today should just be a chill day other than going to the gym. I mean, I guess once I do that, I'm done for the day. I took care of some stuff around the house. I spread some popcorn ceiling on a spot on the ceiling that, some of the popcorn had chipped away because of a leak that we had, and we got that fixed. But then, we still had the chipped popcorn. So I re-popcorned that, and that was pretty much it. I mean, yeah, that was pretty much it for the day. I mean, I did some personal things, but that was the only work-related task, like the only effortful task that I had to do. And honestly, it was not that tough. So that was enjoyable. But now we're just gonna finish the day off with a workout. It's only 1 o'clock, but the day is ending early. I guess we're bound to be chilling for the rest of the day after this. We'll see if anything happens. I do need to actually I need to do some planning for this weekend. The new Dune movie is coming out. Dune 2 is coming out, and I'm gonna see if anyone's interested in going to that. So I'll text some people. I don't know why, but for me, it comes so unnaturally to reach out to people. I don't text people a lot, like to just have conversations. I text people to set up logistic meetings for like when we're going to meet or what we're going to do. And it's really just not in my repertoire to be texting people throughout the day. And whenever I do get texts, I find that it's a big mental disruption for me. Like if I'm doing some work or if I'm hanging out with someone and I get a text, I can't bring myself to really look at the text and answer it until I'm done with what I'm doing. And I think that's a good thing. I think that a lot of people are on their phones too much, and I try not to be on my phone all that often, but I mean, sometimes it happens, but I try personally. If I'm hanging out with someone, I really want to stay off my phone, right? I'm there to hang out with them. And, other people are different. Some people, you might be hanging out and they might pull their phone out and they're texting someone else about something, and, that's how some people do it. I just get way too distracted. I completely lose my train of thought. I just completely disengage from the conversation if I'm on my phone for just even like 30 seconds texting someone, and it's too disruptive for me. So I try to stay off it. We are about to park, guys, so I will see you all later.